So we are at the 2024 SEMA Show. I'm here with Kari at the PRW booth. I've known the PRW guys for a really long time, and they're always innovating new products. Let us know a little bit of what you guys are all about.
Awesome, thanks Ernesto. My name's Kari, I'm with PRW Power. We've got ourselves an exciting new rocker arm that we're introducing this year. We're really focused in on a new pedestal mount rocker arm for our entry level and Sportsman Series racers. This particular rocker arm, it looks like a stamp steel, looks like a cheapy little rocker arm, but this is actually a cast steel rocker arm that's 25% stronger than a stamped steel rocker arm. And then it also includes our polished pivot ball, and this polished pivot ball actually allows for better lubricity. Well, what's that do, Kari? How's that help us? Well, the benefit of that is it allows us to be able to run a higher seat pressure on your spring, on your valve spring. So typically these stamped steel style rocker arms are only able to run 350 on the seated pressure. With this lubricity improvement and this pivot ball, we're able to get up to 380 pounds. The other advantage that we do, which is the major innovation to this rocker arm, is our innovative oiling. We have an oil deflector that's built into the top. So in the top here, typically your oil would come in and go out and over. With a high horsepower, high oil pressure, it will shoot right over the pivot ball, which then takes all the lubricity out of the scenario. So when you look at here, you'll see your normal oil flow comes in through the push rod, and typically this would jump up and over with a high oil pressure situation. You get 50, 60 PSI oil, that's going to shoot that oil up and over. With this deflector that's built in, this allows the oil then to shoot right into the pivot ball where you need the oil capacity. That fills up, then you've got your good oil capacity going onto your tip as well, and you have yourself a rock solid, inexpensive set of rocker arms to run on your daily driver, on your Sportsman Series race car, or just looking for something to really have a improved oil capacity. This is a set to go with.
Can you go ahead and tell us what's inside the black box for me?
Absolutely. Talked a little bit about our Sportsman level, our entry level rocker arms. When you're going to the Mac Daddy, you're going up in the horsepower, you're going up in the next range. We've got our Elite Series rocker arms, and these Elite Series are all designed to be heavy duty. These things are designed to be a direct oiling system. That direct oiling system brings in and treats it just like a rod bearing or a main bearing. So the oil comes up through the push rod, it then goes directly down into the trunnion itself, around the trunnion, and then up the trunnion and back out to the tip. That gives you a direct oiling to solve all those oil starvation issues within the rocker arm itself on any of these later model applications. This particular unit has got also a narrower tip, which you'll see. This narrower tip is 25% reduction in size, and it's 15% lighter. Well, you might say, well, if it's lighter, then it's got to have a durability issue. We've done heat maps on these on the durability side, up to 800 pounds of seat pressure on a closed spring, and this thing doesn't even wince. We're so confident in these rockers that we rate these at 1,000 pounds of spring pressure. Come on in and see this cool little graphic, and you'll actually see the oil flow. It comes up through the push rod into the rocker. You'll see how the oil passage, there's an oil groove inside here to lubricate that trunnion, and then it shoots directly out right onto the nose of the unit to ensure you have adequate lubrication. Dry is bad, lubrication is good. This is the Billy Badass when it comes down to a horsepower rating for a rocker arm itself. These are the ones you want to go with when it comes to it. We've got a full line of flex plates that range anywhere from a good, better, best scenario. So we rank them as our sportsman entry level to our professional to our elite, just depending on horsepower is really what it comes down to. The nice part about all of our flex plates is they have multiple bolt patterns, so you can fit them into multiple different applications. They're also a fully welded scenario as you walk around, and you'll see on the flex plates are multiple welded, so that way you don't have to worry about the ring gear coming off. We've got them for gas applications, for diesel applications, and our latest applications that we're showcasing here at SEMA is for the Ford Coyote. From 2010 all the way on up through 2024, I believe it is. Then we also have a brand new launch for the Godzilla motor, the Ford Godzilla motor. So we've got coverage from top to bottom when it comes to our flex plates. One last scenario on the bottom here is our flywheels. We have a full flywheel category as well. So any rotating mass that you have when it comes down to driveline, we got you covered, Ernesto.
Previously, these used to be a different color, right?
They did. So we went from multiple call it renditions of flex plates, and that's how we designated our good, better, best. So the black version is going to be our pro level, so that's our middle of the road. And then we also make black for our billet, which is our top line. So when you look at a diesel and you think about a diesel with 2,500 foot-pounds of torque, we've got that torque all built into this, so it'll maintain it and hold it. With that, we also have fasteners that'll work for every one of these flex plates too, and flywheels. So we have a 190,000 PSI Flexplate bolt that you can buy with each one of these to ensure that, one, the thing stays on there.
Right.
You want to have a good quality fastener. You don't want to just go down to the hardware store and get a grade 5 bolt to throw
Probably
in.
a bad idea, right?
That would be a bad idea. That'd make for a bad day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we definitely have you covered when it comes down to any of your drive line, either a flex plate or a flywheel. We've got you covered in that regard.
All right, well, thank you very much, Kari. Is there anything else you want to add?
So we specialize in a lot of different categories, from flex plates to rocker arms to balancers, water pumps, fasteners. We've got a pretty large gamut. And then also for the old school guys on the GM side, we have a quadrajet carburetor. So please check us out at PRWpower.com.
All right, Kari. Well, I'll see you at the next SEMA show.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
You too.